From the moment he was born, Prince William's life was never his own. Every step, every smile, every mistake was watched, measured, and analyzed through the lens of destiny. Unlike Harry, William had no choice. He was the heir, the boy who would one day be king. The burden was heavy, but William carried it with quiet resilience. Now, as Prince of Wales, he stands closer to the throne than ever before. Yet, with that proximity comes the question, what kind of monarch will he be? Will he embrace centuries of tradition, preserving the monarchy as it always has been? Or will he reshape it into something modern, transparent, and human? The weight of destiny does not only rest on his shoulders, it rests on the crown that hovers above him, waiting for its time. The past is William's greatest teacher, and his greatest shadow. He is son of Diana, the people's princess, whose compassion and warmth forever changed how the world saw royalty. He is also the son of Charles, a man consumed by duty, whose reign has been controversial from its first day. Between these two legacies, William walks a thin line. Diana taught him empathy, humor, and the power of connecting with people. Charles taught him discipline, formality, and the importance of tradition. But he has also inherited their scars, his mother's pain, his father's detachment, his brother's rebellion. The William who will one day be king is not a blank slate. He is a man forged by grief, anger, love, and the lessons of two parents whose marriage shaped history. If William is the crown, Kate Middleton is the anchor. Their marriage, though often portrayed as perfect, has endured storms of rumor, scandal, and immense scrutiny. Yet, together, they have created an image of stability that the monarchy desperately needs. Kate's poise, elegance, and quiet power complement William's intensity and protectiveness. Insiders reveal that William leans on her more than anyone else, often seeking her counsel before making decisions. She is not only his wife but his partner in reign. As future queen, Kate symbolizes continuity and renewal, an ordinary girl who became royal through love, not birth. For William, her support is not optional, it is the foundation on which his entire future reign will rest. The monarchy William will inherit is not the same as the only his grandmother ruled. In a world of social media, instant outrage, and relentless calls for transparency, tradition is no longer enough. William understands this. He has spoken openly about streamlining the monarchy, reducing costs, and focusing on causes that truly matter to people, mental health, the environment, and the struggles of ordinary families. But tradition resists change. Older generations, including his father, see reform as a risk to stability. William must walk the tightrope between honoring the crown's history and ensuring it survives in the modern world. Too much change, and he risks angering loyalists. Too little, and the monarchy may fade into irrelevance. His reign will be judged in this balance. George, Charlotte, and Louis are not just William's children, they are the monarchy's living future. William is determined to give them a life different from his own. Unlike him, they will not grow up feeling unloved or unprotected. He personally drives them to school, kneels to their eye level, and shields them from the paparazzi whenever possible. Yet he knows George will one day inherit his own destiny as king. William's challenge is to prepare George without destroying his innocence, to let Charlotte and Louis find their own paths without repeating the mistakes of the past. His legacy will not only be the king he becomes, but the father he was, and the kind of monarchy his children inherit. The crown is no longer just a British symbol, it is a global one. William knows his reign will not be defined only by ceremonies at Westminster, but by how he responds to global crises. Climate change, international diplomacy, and humanitarian causes are issues he cannot afford to ignore. Already, through the Earthshot Prize, William has positioned himself as a leader who cares about the future of the planet, not just the throne. His reign will be compared to world leaders, not just monarchs. For him to succeed, he must prove the monarchy is more than pageantry, it must be a force for good on the world stage. No matter how William leads, his fractured bond with Harry will haunt his reign. Once symbols of brotherly unity, they are now the monarchy's most painful fracture. Harry's criticisms, from interviews to his memoir Spare, have reshaped how the world sees William, not only as a future king, but as a brother who failed to health rift. For some, reconciliation is still possible. For others, the wounds are permanent. Either way, Harry will always be the absent figure, the ghost at William's side. The monarchy William inherits will forever carry the stain of their division. In the age of Diana, paparazzi hounded the royals with cameras. In the age of William, every phone is a camera, and every headline spreads instantly across the globe. No monarch has ever faced scrutiny at this scale. Every word he says, every gesture he makes will be dissected. His family will live under a microscope sharper than any before. William knows this scrutiny destroyed his mother and scarred his brother. For him to survive, he must embrace transparency while fiercely guarding his family's privacy. It is a nearly impossible task, but it may define the difference between a reign of respect and one of ridicule. The monarchy has survived wars, scandals, abdications, and tragedies. But William's reign may be its greatest test yet. Will he become the king who brings the monarchy into the modern world, accessible, compassionate, and relevant? Or will he cling too tightly to tradition, risking the institution fading away? The crown he inherits is heavy, not only with jewels, but with expectation. The world does not just want a king, it wants a leader who can justify why the monarchy still matters. William's reign will determine whether the Windsors remain powerful, or become relics of history. And so we arrive at the final question: who is William, really? He is the boy who lost his mother, the man who protects his wife, the father who loves his children, the brother torn apart by conflict, and the heir who cannot escape destiny. He carries the hopes of Diana's compassion, the lessons of Charles's duty, and the scars of Harry's rebellion. Above him, the crown gleams, both a promise and a prison. When the day comes and the crown is placed upon his head, William will not only inherit a throne. He will inherit history, pain, love, and the responsibility to prove that the monarchy can still matter. Whether he becomes the king who saves it or the one who presides over its decline, the story of William is far from over. In fact, it is only just beginning.